The way Valentine was looking through that window, I said they as good as caught. They as good as caught. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review of Life for Chester for General Hospital, December 27, 2024. Okay, y'all, so first things first, let me know y'all thoughts on today's episode down below. Look, they as good as caught, and I don't mean just because Valentine over here looking through the window. Did y'all see that? He over here mean mugging and stuff. I was like, yep. Then Lulu had put I'm assuming that's either a tracker or a recorder or something she slipped into Charlotte bag. But my guess is that lady gonna show up. But I think it was, who said that? Who said that Dante was right behind Lulu and them? I think Jason them. Okay, so I guess we're going to start right there with Lulu and Charlotte. So basically, Lulu was at this place waiting on Charlotte. Then she looks up and she's right there. She ends up trying to convince her to go. And I was like, you crazy. I said she would choose her papa. What should be calling him? Her papa or something like that? She would choose her papa over you in a heartbeat. And she did that. She was like, basically, Lulu has all this family and stuff, but papa has nobody. And I said, I knew that. They underestimated, one, the fact that Valentine is so protective of her, and two, the fact that she protective over him. But yeah, Lulu was basically trying to convince Charlotte to come with her. She ends up telling her no, she's not gonna leave her papa. She's not gonna let him down or whatever. So she ended up asking her to go get something for her, some type of food so they could share, something like that, a pastry, something she said. So when she went, at first I didn't know what was about to happen. I thought the lady was gonna pop up and she was gonna, you know how they do when they come up behind you, tell you don't move if you say anything or something like that. Like, I don't know what I thought. But yeah, she slipped something into the girl purse. I don't know if it was a tracker or a recorder or something. But Valentine probably gonna find it. If not that lady gonna show up. But yeah, by the end of the episode, Valentine ends up showing up. He was outside the window just looking or whatever. And I said, of course. I said, look how long she been gone. I said, his job, I'm surprised that she was even, one, able to call Rocco in the first place. And then two, sneak off to meet her mama. Next, we got Laura Alexis Martin. I got a question because I've been seeing people talk about it. Do y'all think that all of this is connected? Somebody saying they feel like Cyrus, because then they said somebody had already bought what's it called, Windermere? Didn't they say that at first? But I can't remember if I talked about it or not. But yeah, people were saying, one, that somebody had already bought Windermere, because I think Abel, they said they didn't have a name. They did. They said the name was not disclosed or whatever. But some people are speculating that Cyrus has Windermere, that he got it or whatever, and something about he's holding people down there. I was like, ooh, that'll be interesting though. I will say that anytime they start talking about stuff out the blue, then that means they about to get ready to do a storyline on it. But yeah, Laura Alexis Martin. Basically with them, Martin ends up saying that Ace is the new heir or whatever of the Cassadine estate, and Alexis has been named the trustee of the estate or whatever. So they was trying to get that money up out of there or whatever. But he said don't worry like that. Basically, Ace has to be old enough to decide what he wants to do with it. But Alexis ends up signing her name and everything. And then she was like, it's an error, something about Ava, the one supposed to be owning Windermere or whatever. And he was like, no, she doesn't own it anymore. And I was like, exactly. They said that she had sold it. If I'm not mistaken, I think Ava, like she said, owned it. And then she sold it. And she was asking who bought it. And they was like, oh, there was no name or whatever. Michael and Diane. So basically that whole conversation was about him asking Diane to represent him. She was like, okay, of course she'll represent him. So she was asking what's going on, what happened. He ends up revealing about Drew and Willow. And she told him, she said she need him to be directly honest or whatever about everything. Is there anything he need to tell her? So before that, he was like, he got to make a phone call with her. So he called Sasha. I'm assuming he about to get ready to talk to her about coming clean and telling everything. And he's still over here talking about the doggone saving his marriage. I said, dude, get your head out the clouds. It's over with. But yeah, Diane was basically asking him what he wants. He was basically saying how he wants to save his marriage, but you know, if Willow want to fight for custody, then he will. But he knows that not only do their children need their mother, but they also need their father as well. I said, right? Exactly what I was talking about yesterday. Maxie and Sasha. So basically, they was just bonding or whatever, and Sasha ends up telling Maxie that she decided to leave town. So Maxie was like, if that's what you got to do, then you don't do it. I said, I'm actually shocked that Maxie hasn't put two and two together yet. But basically, Maxie was asking her if she's leaving town because of the baby, because of the father of the baby and all this stuff. And then she ends up telling her, you know, you haven't said anything or told her anything about the father of the baby. And she was saying something about, Maxie said, at least tell the family about the baby before you leave town. She was like, no. And she gave the excuse that, you know, that's going to make it harder to leave town. Anna and Emma. Look, I already knew. I had said, I was like, she is acting suspicious, and I still don't know if she found out everything that this girl hiding. But yeah, basically, it's revealed that Emma was expelled from school. And not only was she expelled, but her mama and daddy didn't know nothing about her transferring schools and all that. I forgot, like, I didn't know all of them was the same age. And two, what was the other thing? I thought when you get expelled from one school, you can't go to the other school either. And the other thing in regards to Emma, I was gonna ask y'all if Jocelyn and Emma don't like each other or something, because that's the vibe I was getting, especially from Emma. I don't know the word to describe how she was acting. But yeah, I had wrote it down. I said Emma and Jocelyn must don't like each other. But I think Emma was the one who said something about she know back in the day, her and Jocelyn was arguing over Cameron and stuff like that. Then she's like, I'm the one that introduced Cameron to Gretchen or whatever. And I said it was almost like she was trying to stick it to Jocelyn or whatever. But speaking of Jocelyn, I guess we're gonna end with Ava and Trina now. But Jocelyn was talking to Jason about that. She was knocking over stuff and he was just checking on her. She was talking to Jason and she was saying how she talked to Sonny and she don't think he had anything to do with it. But then she was like, could one of his men that worked for him had done it because they want to try to prove a point to Sonny or something like that? And he was like, nah, he don't think so, but he'll look into it. Jocelyn ends up talking to Brandon, basically asking him if he has surveillance of the night or the day or whatever when Dex got stabbed. And he was like, no, I don't have nothing. But then when he left out, he ends up calling somebody and asking them to pull up everything. I said, do y'all think all this stuff connected, or do y'all think that was Cyrus who stabbed Dex? I said, you know what? They keep going to him for favors, but more than likely, he got his hand in all this stuff that's taking place since he got to town. And lastly, we got Ava, Trina, and Kai. So basically, Ava was telling Trina that she couldn't pay her normal Christmas bonus or whatever bonus or whatever because, the Cassadines done got her money. I don't know how that even took place. And then how Rick get his money back? Because didn't they say that his card didn't work too? But yeah, she was basically telling her she can't get her normal Christmas bonus, so she ends up gifting her the painting or whatever. So Trina was trying to tell her to keep it or whatever, and it's all right. And then she told her something about, if you ever need it, just come back for it. With Trina and Kai, I forgot what they was talking about. I think they was just talking about him taking photos and stuff with folks. And then I'm assuming, obviously, they was a fan or whatever. They came, he took photos. And then they was like, come back down to whatever event they was having or whatever. So Trina still think, the way that man looked at her, Trina still think was like they had to work on the project or something. He was like, what's more important than football or whatever? So she ends up helping him leave. And I said, yeah, that ain't gonna work for long. We'll see, though. But yeah, that's it, y'all. Let me know y'all thoughts down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces, have a great rest of the day and a great weekend, and be safe.